the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. We're back now in KC. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. To throw on second down is Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They come out here in the eye. Back to the air, Newton on second down. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Call it a gain of 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
Let's go.
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up.
Jamal Charles, nobody in front. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That long run for a touchdown is a great example of, if you get it back to the second level, anything can result, and it's usually something good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, 76 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
And now here comes Kansas City. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays.
And we'll see how determined they are. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that Jamal Charles has his mojo working right now. Already ripped off some really nice runs, but you've got to get to these guys early because if you do, you get them on the ground, put a little doubt in their minds about whether or not they're going to break big runs. But now, Jamal Charles has nothing but confidence.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say they're giving him confidence, the former third-round pick in 2008.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. Time for a break. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they...
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down following the run. Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now it's Ginn. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. D. Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Third and long, it's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now Newton on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. His throw caught at about the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
One last throw here for Newton. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.
sit on pride.